from DriveThrough. At least don't join yet.
All right. So, hopefully, how does everyone sound, guys? Everything sounds good. Let's see. Let's see if everything sounds good. Alrighty. Check. Check.
Yep.
Okay, we're good. All right. Let's see. All right, folks. Let's just switch into me there. All right. So, we have got the invite. We're gonna go live. Boom. Or not live, but at least jump into it. You ready, workman? Final race of the year.
Oh, buddy. One more race.
One
Final race of the
more.
season.
Yep. All right. It is the last race of season 2 of the Core League. Thank you for joining us along the ride. We had a few bumps in the road with the broadcasts, but it looks like we're gonna end this out strong. So we got Winval starting on pole. Third is Joey Stone, and seventh, back all the way in the 7th spot, will be WhatiFRacing.
And a good development too, since Sloppy did not get the pole. That now means that What If has to finish 8th or better, and he clinches.
Absolutely. All right, here we go. Green flags in the air. Winval on the inside. Malcolm Roots on the outside. Green flags in the air. We're underway here at Atlanta.
We're just telling them like when you do exit pit road, say them on.
All right, leading the first lap into turn number 1, it is Michael Kosa Jr. Second place is Joey Stone in the top 3. Rounds out with the Michael Maroots in the 48 car.
And Joey Stone right now, I'm not wasting any more time behind that 00 Kasi. He's going to go inside and take the lead here on lap 2, lead as many points as possible, slips up the racetrack a little bit, and that's going to open the door for Michael Maroots to come in right behind him. I talked to Maroots a little bit before this race. He's put in a lot of time this week, and he feels like he has a chance to win here tonight.
And look who's right there in 4th, Darren Gillum in the 25 car, the Talladega race winner. He's had a few opportunities to get up to the front. Remember a few weeks ago at Fontana, he was in position to score his second one of the season as Maroots shuts the door on him entering 3.
You see that line that everyone's reading? Oh, Maroots getting way into the quarter panel. I was about ready to say something too. That you see how eager that Sloppy Joe is to protect that lead. He isn't drifting up to that outside wall. He's being very aggressive, trying to hold that inside line, wanting to lead as many laps as possible. Meanwhile, Maroots is just like, hey, Sloppy, no, that's a little bit too aggressive. And I think, too, he had the line on them. Maybe Sloppy pitched Maroots a little bit down low. But, yeah, Maroots is trying to lead this thing up here, and he got Darian Gillum. I guess you could say those top 2 right there are frenemies. It's off of Darian's constant trolling of Jimmy Johnson,
Oh,
a.k.a. Maroots' childhood hero.
Right now, single file first to third, side by side between the championship contenders of Joey Stone and What If. That settles out for now a little bit there. Kosa Jr. up top. Joey Stone trying to get around the inside as DriveThrough and Rusty Walrus hit the outside wall off too. It seems like we have 2 separate packs, 1st to 5th and then 6th to 11th.
Definitely, and the guys who have been in this top pack as well have been guys who have had speed the entire season. And actually, maybe not the entire season, but especially as of late. Maroots, when he has been able to show up, has had winning speed, especially at tracks like Homestead in Chicagoland. You got Darian up there, who's been hot as of late. Sloppy Joe, What If, and Michael Kasi and Darian looking to the inside.
For the lead, Darren Gillum on the inside, Maroots on the outside, side by side. Looks like they made a bit of contact because Maroots goes way up the track in the middle of 3 and 4. That allows Joey Stone to get by easily for second.
And you know, Joey, he's going to be really aggressive trying to get to the inside of his 25 car of Gillum. Not going to waste much time, but look at that 48 car. He has already worked his way back into 3rd place, and at the same time, he's going to try to follow that 8 car to the lead.
It looked like there was a bit of a stack up between Darian, Joey, and Maroots. and that's going to allow Joey to take the lead. Darren all by himself in the outside lane. He got a single foul position from first to sixth now. 7th to 6th.
Oh, they hit the apron right there a little bit, but one thing I'm going to be keeping an eye on is the lines that these guys run. You see, especially down the back straightaway, whoever's in the lead, they're wanting to hold it down low on exit, keep those guys getting to the inside. And yeah, though that is the protective line, that also kills the tires. So not allowing that car to drift up off 2, keeping it down low, and then also having a low arc into turn 3, that's going to cause a lot more wear on these tires. And we see guys like DriveThrough, who was in that second pack, has been able to catch up to them running that normal line.
Look who's also getting into this. Back in 7th place, the 85 car. Chernobyl, there you see him in that very ugly purple and green car. I'm sorry, that's what is that car?
Oh, looking 3 wide right now. Oh, DriveThrough, he hits the apron a bit.
That's going to allow Chernobyl to get to the inside of both those drivers.
Kasi hit the wall right there. Oh, and Sloppy gets loose, hits some Roots. Roots is actually trying to make a pass on the outside.
Marus falls to second as Stone goes back to the lead. Meanwhile, back in 4th place, What If just moved that 77 car drive-through out of the way, and here comes the 00 car who moves the 1 car out of the way.
Oh,
and Darren in the grass.
Look at this Gator. He's going to try to make a pass on the outside. And look, if there's any question on how bad Joey Stone wants this championship, he's driving every single lap.
And
Kasi hits the wall, bounces off drive-through.
And around goes the 59 car.
Single car spin. Looks like we may stay green here.
Oh,
yeah. Out to the front. I think Roots, he hit the apron a bit. Oh, Roots and Gator made contact. Gator shoved his nose in there. These guys know that it's 250 miles, right? Not 25 miles.
I don't think they got the memo. Man, this is like pack racing. All right, so single foul 1st and 2nd. You got a 2x2 battle for 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. What If now goes up top? Maroots and Darren and DriveThrough now down low.
Oh, DriveThrough tried to force it in there underneath Darren. Wasn't there at all. That's going to kick Pasternak to the high side. Darren wisely backs out. Knows the bigger picture, and then What If just going to barely clear the 77 to DriveThrough.
On board with What If right now, looking ahead of him. 3 drivers, including his championship rival, Joey Stone, currently leading this race. Trianoma gets a good run off of 2 to hold 2nd for the time being. Now Maroots fighting back on the inside lane.
And Pasternak, he's in a really good spot right now. He doesn't need to push the issue. He doesn't need to make these aggressive passes. I mean, because the last thing that he wants is to try to like peek on the inside of that 48 car, that 85 car, for them to get loose, hit him on the apron or the wall. Because like we said, how the 00 car got that pole, that now means that the 1 car Pasternak, he only needs to finish 8th or better. He's sitting in 4th right now. 8th place right now is currently the 27 car of Dale Reynolds, and we see how far back he's currently sitting.
Yeah, you're kind of surprised to see that Dale is this far back. I mean, look back at Homestead, a track that's kind of similar to Atlanta. He was up there battling for the lead the whole race, and now he's just stuck back here in 7th.
Yeah, that and 2, but also the past couple of weeks have been his first time returning to racing in a couple months, frankly. And, you know, just like in the real racing world, if you've been away from something like this for so long, and as big as the competition is, that just shows how, invested these guys are, and just taking any sort of a time off, like how much you can lose necessarily. I still think that competitive driver's right there in Dale Reynolds, but meanwhile, speaking of competition, 3 wide for 3rd.
The 1 and the 48 car just started bouncing off each other entering 1. That's going to allow Trey Norman to get a run on the inside for 4th.
I would be very nervous right now if I was Pasternak. You got a loose 25 car in front of you, 85 car on the inside, and now getting passed by Roots. Still, though, he's going to be sitting here in the 6th position. He just needs to take care of his car, not get caught up in a wreck. Because right now, you got to think about it. Right now, Sloppy's out there in the lead right now, actually pulling away, logging laps, leading laps. Pasternak also, he hasn't led a lap yet, too. So you know that he'll be really eager to try at least 1 lap led tonight.
If I'm not mistaken, right now, the championship at this moment, it would go to What If by 1 or 2 points, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, definitely. So right now, based off of how Sloppy has definitely led the most laps, we see What If making an aggressive move to the inside, 3 wide. He's going to make that pass made, and these guys side by side, that's allowed those back 3 cars to catch up. But yeah, as long as Sloppy's up there leading laps like that, no one's challenging him. Pasternak, he can't be getting too comfortable because if he finishes 9th and 10th, that puts him in jeopardy of losing this championship.
Remember, he has to finish 7th. If he finishes 7th or better, he wins it
Or
automatically.
better. 8th or better, since Sloppy did not get
8th
pulled.
or better, yeah, because he did not get pulled. Okay, so 8th or better. What if wins a championship? Wow, drives it in into turn 1 and 2. Moves the 25 up the racetrack. Give it a contact again.
And look at this 27 car. He had nowhere to go, but he had a huge run through all of that. This entire second pack stacking up. Mert's going to look to the inside, 3 wide. Oh, he gets chopped off by Cody.
This 2-car battle turned into a 6-car mess. 3 wide.
Reynolds trying to work his way through. That really bots things up right there. All these guys just need to get low. Oh, Mert's diving it low to the inside of the 1.
And that's going to put What If now way up top of the racetrack. Here comes Cody Hicken now with the run to the inside. Help from the 25 car, Darren Gilliam now. This is not the race that would have expected nor wanted to be stuck with these drivers.
Well, the thing, though, is that just how this track is, that if you get caught up racing people, it just slows everybody down. I mean, we saw how tight everything was with everybody trading back and forth positions, but when you look at our top 2 right now, like Sloppy, DriveThrough, they've held the same distance between one another, but with all these guys from third on back racing, they're all just slowing each other down, and that shows how much those top 2 have pulled away.
Right now, and What If goes way below. Car just got loose. When they come across the line, it will be 21 laps to go in stage number 1. So currently, your top drivers is Joey Stone and What If and who else is on
Yep,
the
I
pit
think
road?
that's the pit window's open right now. I was about ready to say too. I believe the 59 car of Rusty Wallers, he was making his stop as well. He's just coming off pit road. So yeah, these guys, we didn't talk about it earlier, but these guys do need to make a green flag pit stop for both stage 1 and stage 2.
All right, so What If and Cody, let's see any issues. Nothing so far. Meanwhile, let's see if there's any other drivers that are gonna pit. We know how abrasive the tires are at Atlanta, so you don't want to be out on pit road too far, or else you're gonna lose a ton of time. Cody Hicken now gets out. Oh, and What If gets out at the same time. Contact.
Cody, if he's a smart here, yep, he's going to let him go right there. Recognizes the one's racing for a lot more than just a race.
Meanwhile, back up front, third place driver, Trent almost going to forfeit his position to come onto pit road. So now drivers that have stayed out is Joey Stone, DriveThrough, Dale Reynolds, Michael Marutz, Winval, and Jake Baskinger. And you see Darian also coming onto pit road.
I think once I saw how much all those guys in the back were pitting, that kind of forced everybody's hand. But if you're Sloppy right now, you got to stay out there as much as possible, log as many laps. Yep, and he's going to come down pit road knowing that that's going to be really close. So we're going to have to keep an extra eye on that A car. If he did not speed coming down the pit road, he had an absolutely flawless pit entry. We're going to have to keep an eye on him.
Well, let's see. Let's see, there's the 8 car. And there's a 48 car who drives into the back of him. At least on our screen. I don't know if it's like that or gonna be like that. No, okay, in Joey's stream, everything's good. So it looks like, no. Wow, it looks like he had a flawless pit stop. No speeding.
To see too how he comes out in relation to the rest of the leaders here. Wow, no one really ever behind him right now. Big pit stop by him. Also, he had wow, that's an amazing job by that 8 car. You see, he come out about almost a full straightaway ahead, and that 1 car, Pasternak, he was really conservative getting on the pit road. That 8 car was pretty aggressive, and we see it was a fine line, but look how much distance that gained him.
Man, a massive gap between Joey Stone and the rest of the field. You see there's that little light blue dot entering in the middle 1 and 2. That's Joey Stone. So Joey Stone will be the race leader once pit stop cycle through. And I guess at this rate, I mean, really, the only thing Joey Stone can do is to make sure that What If does not lead a lap. And
yeah, because that makes his job a lot earlier. That makes his job a lot easier because Because if what if leads a lap, then that means that all that he has to do is finish ninth or better. Much of him just staying down those old tires. Talked about it earlier, Jet. Just how abusive that these tires are throughout the course of a run, and how much. Look how much that he lost these guys. He was up there with Pasternak and Reynolds, and he's lost a bunch of ground to him.
Oh yeah. Right now you see the 27 car of Dale Reynolds. He was a race leader, and now he's going to come onto pit road. We'll see if DriveThrough will do the same thing. If we can, there he is. Okay, he's now just coming out of pit road, so Joey Stone will be the race leader. And now we'll see how much did Joey Stone gain on his second place, on the second place driver, Rawgator.
I'm gonna look and see if we can get confirmation too. I don't know if Michael Moritz, if he had a pit penalty or what, but we see that he's right out in front of that 8 car. He wasn't up there with the leader, so I gotta imagine he may have had a pit road penalty on that last stop.
If so, that's a tough break for Michael Moritz, but luckily with stages, so he is not out of it.
I will definitely see those two if both those cars are in case in danger of going a lap down to the 8 car of Sloppy Joe. We'll see Michael and Rusty fight pretty hard for that lucky dog spot.
Okay, so as now Michael gets around the 59 car with ease, entering 1. We got a battle here for, I believe that's the 4th position. The 25 car of Darren Gilliam and the 00 car of Michael Cosi Jr. Now what's interesting about this is that these two drivers had a bit of history. Last weekend at Dover, not really sure what happened, but I believe Darren either got loose or hit the wall, bounced off, and hit the 00 car of Michael Cosi Jr. And it ruined his day, or ruined the 00 car's day, so we might see these two drivers battle a bit harder.
I know, I saw that same incident you're talking about too, and I think that was just an incident of Darren getting his car loose and throwing him throwing Cosi to the inside. Also too, I didn't see Michael Cosi Jr. put any sort of social media stunt and try to rat out Darren Gilliam either. So what tells me that those two must be pretty good as well. Oh, the people know, Jet. The people know.
Okay, so apparently I have my mic muted, so we fixed that. Alright. Let's see if there's any other battles on the racetrack. 27 to 25 car. Darren has lost a couple spots so far in this run.
And he was one of those first cars that pitted as well. So I think some of these guys, as these are around right now, they may be have a little bit of fresher tires than him. Sure, just take this first stage to his learning opportunity. I think he may have gone the wrong way on some adjustments. And just a quick update as we go back to the lead here. It looks like Sloppy Joe, he's gotten around that 59 car of Rusty Walrus. But something strange to think about here, Jet. If you think about it, what if it has got us finish as low as possible for him to have a chance at this championship? So with that being said, if you're Sloppy Joe, I wouldn't lap these cars, to be honest, because more cars on the lead lap means more possibility of Brian Pasternak to have a worse finish. So say if there's 2-3 cars that are a lap down, that means that Pasternak can only finish about as low as 8th spot or so. As if he were just right around on stay on the lead lap. So if I was Sloppy Joe, let those lead lap cars by. You don't have anything to gain here by putting those cars a lap down. If anything, that just makes it much harder for your competition to have a worser finish.
Yeah, you're right. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, so, but maybe, a glitch there. But maybe, do you think he's just lapping them because it's stage 1? He knows that they're gonna get back on the lead lap. Maybe so. That's
And you know what? I think Sloppy either heard what I was saying, or he may have people listening into our broadcast tell him what's going on. Because literally, the second we mentioned that, he let that 59 car of Walrus right on by. So
Oh wow.
I don't know. We may need to have some confirmation here whether or not he was tuning in or not.
Need to know if there is someone that's watching our point of view as well as Joey's.
Yeah, he's backed off the pace significantly too. I think he's just trying to take care of his stuff. And meanwhile, back in the pack, things are really starting to tighten up. I believe it's for the fourth position.
Yeah,
Fifth position. Sorry, Cody Hicken, DriveThrough, Dale Reynolds.
Wow. Nice battle there. So
Got a quick update from our championship leader right now, Brian Pasternak. He's caught up to the back bumper of that 85 car of Raw Gator and sitting really comfortably in a third position. And that Jet, this is about what he's been doing the entirety of the season. You know, he isn't out there leading every single lap like Sloppy Joe and racking up all these wins, but he's been sitting right here quietly, comfortably in the top 2, top 3, been getting consistent runs and finishes week in and week out. And he's doing exactly what he needs to do right now. All he needs to do is really finish top 8, but he's sitting in exactly the same spot that we're accustomed to see him seeing.
Yeah, currently in the top 3, third place was more detail. 2 laps to go right now in stage number 1. Joey Stone out to, I believe, like a 4 or 5 second lead. Here's a battle for 5th place. Dale Reynolds just got by the 77 car of DriveThrough. And entering turns 3 and 4 for the final time. Joey Stone, he has led the most laps, and as we come to the start-finish line, final lap, 1 lap to go in stage number 1 for Joey Stone. He has led the most laps, as I said, in stage 1. Let's see if he's going to try and get by the 59 car Rusty. And it looks like he will. Wow, Rusty just let him by.
I think Rusty knows that, hey, there's no other cars on the lap down right now. He's the only car 1 lap down, and he will be back on the lead lap.
All right, into the start-finish line, Joey Stone. Oh, I don't know if did he let Rusty back?
I think he let Rusty on by.
That looked kind of close there. All right. So Joey wins stage 1, and most importantly, he is not only number 1, has led the most laps up to this point. Number 2, he has prevented Brian Pasternak from leading a single lap so far.
Keyword, so far. And we see where he's lining up right now. Starting P3, that's going to give him a much better opportunity. And let's just reiterate, too, for the folks at home who may be newer to watching this series, especially those who this may be their first night watching, we appreciate it. But though we do have stages, we do not award stage points, only points for the end of the race, leading a lap and leading the most laps.
Yes, good thing to point out, because we do have a lot more people watching than in the past few races. We do thank you for tuning in to the Core League, the season finale, the Soundhead Entertainment 250, here from the Atlanta Motor Speedway. So we have a restart coming up. Let's see if, do you expect anyone to go in for tires?
You are stupid if you don't pit right now, and it looks like everybody has.
I'm just asking, all right? So, look at our top 2.
Yeah.
Joe on the inside. WhatiFRacing on the outside. Green flag. Restart. Out in stage number 2.
And inside line is going to be by far the most preferred lane here on these restarts. But Pasternak, he isn't doing that bad of a job trying to stay even with that 8 car. But you just see how much more momentum that inside has through turns 1 and 2 at the start.
Single file now. Majority throughout a good portion of the field. Entering 3 and 4, Joey the race leader. Here comes What Up to the inside of Normal for second place.
If you're Sloppy Joe right now, you're going to be super aggressive trying to keep that one car behind you, because that is one less position that Brian Pasternak.
Oh,
Oh,
into
and
the
the
wall.
59 car.
59 car in the wall, collects a 27 car, Dale Reynolds. Doesn't look like no caution. Man, tough break for the 27 car.
Well, the one car at Pasternak, he's going to try to look to the inside the 85 car of Raw Gator, and if you are Sloppy Joe, that is the one car that you do not want to lead a single lap tonight, because now it's in the position if Pasternak can get around this 8 car and lead a lap, that therefore means that he has to finish 9th or better.
Here comes, whoa, Joey's gonna block.
Oh, he's shoving him all the way to the
Oh
apron.
my goodness, we know how aggressive Joey's gonna be. Oh, and in the wall, DriveThrough and Trey Normal. Look at the 8 car. He is holding him up. He is blocking everything. Meanwhile, Conza behind him.
Oh, here we go, the one
There we
car.
go. Oh, and in the wall goes DriveThrough. Spinning into the grass, turn 1 wall. To the inside wall, I should say. Meanwhile, no caution is out for the race lead.
Sloppy Joe to the wall.
Joey
Sloppy in the
loses
wall.
it. Oh my goodness, and whoa!
Oh, and wait, here comes Roots. Don't hand Pasternak the lap just yet. Roots going to move him out of the way.
Who's going to lead it at the line? If What If leads it, he'll now have to finish 9th or better. Oh, Roots got it.
Oh, that is so frustrating for Pasternak. He almost had an extra guaranteed spot right in front of him.
Now back on the inside. Nice crossover move by What If. But now he's
not going to push the issue right here. I think he's going to let Pasternak go ahead and try to lead this lap. No, he slips up a bit.
Whoa.
He's going to give him a shot in the bumper.
Oh, man. What If clipped the apron just a bit. They went below the apron. And at the line, What If leads a lap. And all that does is hinder Joey Stone's progress even more of trying to pass What If for the championship. Now, because he led that lap, What If now has to finish 9th or better.
And just to put it in perspective, we have 11 cars racing here tonight. So as long as Pasternak does not finish last or second to last, he will be your champion.
He basically just has to just run a normal race at this point.
But yeah, don't push the issue or anything. Yeah, you want to be up there in the front leading laps. And then also think about this. With these guys racing behind him, we saw what happened last stage with second, third on back racing so much. It allowed Sloppy to pull away. And so far, look how much you pulled away in just one corner. Gapped them by about 4 or 5 car lengths.
Side by side, 2 by 2. Marutz and Stone on the inside. Then you got Darian and Normal on the outside, but a contact. Darian 25 car squeezing the 48 car off 4. And here comes Normal. Oh, look like he's trying to make it through after a second. Now jumps down low behind Joey Stone. And as you can, for the people that are also looking at Joey Stone's perspective, I mean, his fans in the chat, they're going nuts saying, no, he led a lap. Because they realize what is at stake. As you see Joey Stone now going to the inside Marutz for second place, trying to work his way back towards the front.
Being really aggressive. He isn't.
Oh,
I will say no. Oh, no, he's going to stop Darian.
The 25 car Darian.
Yeah, I wouldn't pin that at all on Sloppy, really. That was just Darian being way too aggressive, trying to make a move and a hole that just wasn't there.
Yeah, you also have to understand, yes, you are racing for a race win, but you also have to consider the other 2 drivers are in contention for a race win.
Oh, I'm telling you right now, Darian Gillum, he is not that type of person. He is out there to race for himself and himself only. And he also, when it comes, the only race that he's won to this point has been Talladega, and unfortunately you'll get those haters that will say, oh yeah, he won, but he won at a super speedway track or whatnot. I'm sure that he would love to shut up the haters right now and get a win on a difficult racetrack like this.
And we have seen Darren run really good on the intermediate tracks in 2-month tracks. Again, I look back at Fontana, he was very close to winning. Had a last lap effort entering 3 to try and get by WhatiFRacing, did not work out. So we have seen him show flashes of speed throughout the season, but you're right, trying to shut up the haters because he does have that one win at Talladega. So now, first and second has a bit of a gap. between. Looks like maybe around 5, 10, 6 tenths of a second. And then you got a nose to tail position from 3rd to 6th.
Yeah, but once you can just see like what the difference is between guys racing and guys just single filing out. They have caught the one car at Pasternak really quickly here. And now Sloppy, he's got a chance to get that lead around Pasternak, and he doesn't want to waste time because as many laps that Pasternak is leading right now, he can be put in that most laps led category for Sloppy Joe in jeopardy.
Well, currently right now, Joey Stone, if I'm not mistaken, led all or every single lap in stage 1. So Joey has led more than 41, and Brian has probably led maybe 12, if I'm not mistaken. As here comes Joey now to the inside of WhatiFRacing for the lead, entering 3. And Joey got a nice entry, and he's going to clear what if it looks like off turn 4. So now Joey's back out in front. 2nd place, he got a battle there. Marutz just got by What If. And now Darian's in position to take away 3rd. Ooh.
Really, that was just quick, really tight racing right now between this 25 car and the 48. And thing about Marutz, he's one guy I talked to earlier. He felt really confident about his chances to win here tonight. Obviously, hasn't run nowhere near the amount of races that many of these other core league drivers have raced. But when he has shown up, he's shown some really great speed, and here he is running in this lead pack.
Single file, the first pack. Then you got a driver all by himself. That's 28 car, Cody Hicken. Then you got Rusty Walrus in dead last, as well as DriveThrough and I should say DriveThrough's in dead last. Rusty Walrus in 10th, and then you got Jake Baskinger in 9th. So What If has fallen back to 6th, and look who's found his way to 2nd. Darren.
And all Black Flags matter. And I will say though, something we haven't seen yet for the moment, the lead pack is all in a single file line, and these guys are generating so much more speed than they are in their single car run. And I take that back.
Yeah.
I take that back. But I will say because of that, when you're in a single file line and single file pack, you're running faster speeds, and therefore faster speeds equal quicker tire wear. So that's something else to think about here. We saw the window for when these guys make that one pit stop in the stage very wide. So, really loose gets the one car.
Wow, it looked to me like there was a bit of contact. Sorry to cut you off. It looked like, from my point of view, there was a bit of contact. Look at the 48 car drivers went underneath Darian.
And they all see how that 8 car has been able to pull away once he gets clear of traffic, and they're going to try to stay in range of him. Meanwhile, green flag pit stop starting right now, 77 of DriveThrough. He was one of the last cars to pit last stage. Now he's one of the first.
Right now you're looking at the championship, and this is heading into this race. Obviously this has changed already, but this is just to give an idea of what the points look like heading into this race. 15 points Joey Stone had to make up. Currently right now Joey is the race leader. However, Brian has led a lap, and as a result of that, he now has to only finish 9th or better in order for to lock up the championship. As you see, the 77 car of DriveThrough now coming off pit road, and right in front of Joey.
Ooh, that's gotta be very frustrating. Now, I will say though that it may be frustrating in the moment, but right now DriveThrough, he's going to have that fresher tires. If Sloppy Joe can stay in his slipstream for a bit, 77 car is a faster car, he can stay in his draft.
But you don't want to stay there for long, because look who's right behind Joey. The 85 car Trey Normal, participating right now in the eNASCAR Pro League in terms of the preseason runnings of things. So you got 2 very skilled drivers running nose to tail.
There's another guy too I feel like it's really frustrated, Raw Gator. He was full-time towards the beginning of the season, but like around the 1/3 mark announced that he was only going to be running a part-time schedule. This is a guy that I feel like if he was able to run the entirety of the schedule, be here racing and raced out, that he would be a contender for this championship. Unfortunately, things haven't gone to plan for him this season, but he has had a couple races where he's shown race-winning speed, and this being one of them. And I'm telling you, he would not like nothing more to get a win right now.
Absolutely trying to spoil the party. So now it looks like we have two gaps, or two groups of cars. First, second, they're all by themselves. Then you got third to fifth. What if Darian and Winval, as Brian goes way up the racetrack, falls back to fifth? And now signaling, goes below the racetrack, signaling, he's coming to pit road.
Other cars that just finished their pit stops as well, 48 car of Michael Marutz and 28 car of Cody H.
And there goes What If. And there comes out goes Michael.
Steve Waller's also in right now, and Dale Reynolds as well.
Oh, yep. Man, tough break for Rusty, though, so far this race. I mean, you had him in your Workman's Power 5 for, I believe, the first time this whole season, and was caught up in an accident early on in stage 1, and just hasn't seemed to be able to recover.
Yeah, I still think he has a good chance to do something right here. Keep in mind, he was close at battling for a win early, and right now battle for the lead. Gator, he tried to drive underneath Sloppy, but Sloppy was actually able to drive around Gator on the high side.
And now, Raw Gator signaling he's going to pit. I don't know if Joey also signaled he was going to pit. It looked very late.
Oh, yep, they're both coming down right now.
All right, first and second place coming into pit road.
Very good entry by both of them. Flawless.
And you see the one car, Brian Pasternak, now coming out of pit road, entering 3. Michael Marut's going to go by him, maybe. And, whoa, okay. There was a bit of a issues there.
We're good. We're good.
Again, the last thing we need is to have a pit road issue.
Yeah, we don't need a Pasternak.
All right, so Joey Stone is out, Trey Noma's out, and Trey actually gets ahead.
BMR.
Yeah. Wow.
Just a slightly better pit stop than that 8 car.
With the 85 car. So now, and there you see the 1 and the 48 car of What If and Michael Marutz. They're now on the back straightaway, so it looks like we're going to see first to fourth all in a blanket. See also the 38 car, Jake Baskinger, coming out onto the racetrack. So now everyone has completed their pit cycles.
I'll say to you too that even though that they're pretty close right now, Pasternak and Marutz, they both came down pit road a couple laps earlier than our 2 leaders right now. And with that being said, our 2 leaders have a little bit fresher tires, so they'll try to pull away from these guys a little bit. But as this run goes on, until we get to the end of the stage here, they may start to even out.
I apologize. I thought everyone came onto pit road, but not. You saw Winval. He's also, there he is, onto pit road. So he was the last driver on the racetrack. 13 and a half laps to go in stage 2. Here comes Joey Stone to the inside. Trying to take the lead back from Trent Ormau. Entering 3. Joey Stone with the edge. And he's going to clear him. Wow, with ease that was off 4. One thing.
Just a really good run for that 8 car right now. He's doing exactly what he needs to do. A little mistake by the 85 car, Trey Normal. But I will say, though, huge shout out to What If right now, being able to run consistent lap times, consistent race right now. Even though Sloppy is up there leading the most laps and whatnot and doing all you can to try to make a championship run. Pasternak doing exactly what he's been doing all year, running top 2, top 3, very consistent, week in and week out. And, yeah, I don't see, unless something major happens to him, why he would not lock up this championship tonight.
And it's also sweet redemption, would that be? I know we are thinking way too ahead, but it would be sweet redemption for What If he's able to lock it up here tonight at Atlanta, because we go back 1 year ago in Season 1, he was also in contention with Dale Reynolds, who was competing tonight. 1 point was the gap. What if I'm not mistaken, he came into this race as a championship leader, and left tied. But I believe it was Dale Reynolds who scored more wins, if I'm not mistaken, than What If. Dale Reynolds was the champion, and What If was technically tied, but ultimately lost the tiebreaker. Oh, and then speaking of the champion, Dale Reynolds, in the wall off turn 2. And even though you're right, Workman, when you say when a driver's been out of a cycle for quite some time, it does take a while for him to get back into things. But Dale, he had a pretty good race a couple races ago at Fontana, if I'm not mistaken. I think he had a pretty good race. So.
Oh no, so I mean everyone was just in contention at that track, but I think that really shows, how different the tracks are on this game. Even though, yeah, we're seeing Sloppy being up here and leading races and winning races week in and week out, we also do get a little bit of shift in competition week in and week out as well. And I think of Gator, where he does really well on these tracks like road courses and drivers race tracks and tracks where the tire fall off is pretty good. Especially another guy you could say in that category is WinVal. And then What If, he's just consistent everywhere we go. And then other tracks like super speedways where we see Darian Gillum doing great as well. And I think it just really shows what certain tracks suit different racers.
Absolutely. Here's the battle for, I believe that is the last. Kick Baskin during Rusty Walrus, nose to tail. Pushing each other, look like entering one.
Actually, I think that the guys who may be in last right now is 27 of Dale Reynolds and the 77 of DriveThrough.
Oh, yes.
They're switching it up a bit. And we'll say, though, I don't think they should be worrying right now because they got quite a lead over our leader, Joey Stone, right now. So unless they were to wreck or whatever, I don't see why these guys would not finish on the lead lap at the end of the stage.
And in the wall, Michael Marus, that's going to give a position to the 00 car of WinVal. That's for 4th. And Joey Stone coming across start-finish line. I believe it'll be 7 to go, if I'm not mistaken, this time by. Six to go this time by. Or next time by, it will be 5 to go.
Curious if Kasi, if he can track down that one car, Pasternak. He definitely has the fresher tires out of all of our leaders right now. But yeah, like we just kind of see how what's common to a lot of other places that we go, places that have good racing and stuff off the start, but then after strategy and whatnot, how people get on and off pit road, how the pit stops go, these can get spread out, and then we can see just how even these guys are. Because once these guys do get spread out, unless these guys have fresher tires than the other, we don't really see guys close in on each other, pull away from each other.
Yeah, they're just sort of just there. Like they're just standing there. They're not able to close in or spread out. They're just there. It reminds me a lot of the 2019 Cup package. Whenever things get spread out, you're not able to pull away or close in. Or build a gap or close that gap. So this game is very realistic. Alright. Oh, What If gets loose again, hits the wall.
Find a good correction by him, just doing what he needs to do right now. And I think all he just needs to do this for one more stage, the final stage of this season, and he'll be your champion. Really impressed with him. And I know, too, you got to be thinking that, he's one of those guys a lot of people had their eye on to making it for the Pro League. And I know that he, like myself, were pretty bummed, pretty upset about not getting in. But he's rebounded really nicely, hasn't really shown that deter him as much. And flawless run by him from him so far tonight. And if he can just do this for one more stage, he should be your champion.
Well, one thing I should say, I'm going to bring it up, you should be also in that category, along with Raw Gator, Rusty Walrus, so I'm going to say. But okay.
What things happen, and and I'll say too, there's and just because unfortunately after the stage that I'll say this because I had to head out, but this is just an entire season to be able to entertain you guys in a pre-race show and call races alongside with you here. It's been an absolute blessing. And before I have to head out here for my obligations for Midnight's Pocono Raceway Cup Series and contend for a championship in that race tonight. Final race for the championship four. I just can't say enough how appreciative I am with the Core League officials to allow me in here this season and commentate with you, Jet. And I can't wait after my race tonight to see how this final stage turns out.
Well, as Joey Stone crossed our finish line to end stage 2, Cody, it was a pleasure and an honor being able to call these races with you. I don't know what season 3 is gonna hold for us, but I will say it was an absolute blast covering season 2 with you, my friend.
I mean, this definitely went. Not that I didn't think it was going to go well at the beginning of the season, but this is just so far outstood my expectations for what we were going to do this season in the booth. And as we get ready for the final stage here, it's been an honor, a privilege to be here to call these races. Thank you guys so much for watching. Uh, Before I say God bless and take care, I would love nothing more than to go out with one final hardcore.
Oh yeah, you read my mind. I was just thinking about that as a way for workmen, a great way to go out of the Corley booth. And by the way, good luck for you and your chase for a championship in the Midnight Pocono Cup Series for the final time this season. Joyce on the inside, Chernobyl on the outside. Thank you, workmen. This edition of Hardcore is for you.
Thank you guys. God bless. Take care.
Unbelievable racing this has been for the lead. And not just for the lead, but for positions all around the racetrack. Joey Stone, the race leader, we saw him aggressively, very aggressively, hold up the one car, Brian Pasternak. And now Brian's falling back from third, maybe now to fourth, that he was just bumped out of the way by the 48 car of Michael Marutz. And by the way, I see a lot of people in the comments. Thank you for the nice comments you said for Cody Workman. It was an honor having him in the booth with us, and hopefully, while there were some things that went wrong during the series, you know, with broadcast issues, stuff like that, hopefully we gave you a much more entertaining broadcast here in the Core League, as we see the one car Brian Pasternak having major internet issues. That could play a role depending on how things go in this league. Meanwhile, for the lead, the 00 car, Winval, I don't know if he made contact, pushed him with the racetrack, or Joey Stone let him go. I highly doubt that, but Winval, now the race leader, with second place, now Joey Stone. So we got a first and second breakaway, then third and fourth, Darren Gilliam and Michael Marutz respectively. Man, look at Joey Stone all over the back bumper of Winval. He wants to get by him now, because remember, he has to lead the most laps if he wants to basically have somewhat of a shot. Right now, What If is in 5th. Remember, What If has to finish 9th or better. And right now, he is achieving that greatly. You see the drivers that are behind, Rusty Walrus, DriveThrough, and Trinormal, just to name a few. They are way behind in the pack. Meanwhile, up front, now it's going to turn into a 4-car battle for race lead. Up the track goes Joey Stone, hits the 00 car of Michael Cosi Jr. Michael Marus now looks like he might have got into the 8 car. He gets a good push from Darren entering 1. Side by side for the race lead now. 2 by 2, the inside of Chevrolets, and the outside a couple more Chevrolets of Joey Stone and Winval. Michael Marus went to victory lane last year at Chicagoland. Darren Gilliam, the Talladega race winner. Joey Stone, I think, a 7-time winner this season. And Michael Marus, a 2-time winner. And now, all that battling going on for the position there for that lap and a half, that brought in championship rival to Joey Stone. WhatiFRacing now back into the mix, as well as Cody Hicken, the Daytona 250 winner. We haven't talked about him all race long. And look for third wide move for third place. It is WhatiFRacing with Joey Stone now in the middle. Fantastic racing. See these cars just jostling for position, bumping around this 1.5 mile abrasive track of Atlanta Motor Speedway. Looks like things might have settled down for just a bit. Side by side for second place there. Darian up top. And now WhatiFRacing and Joey Stone's gonna get by him, and Darian slides right back into place in 4th. Now way up the track. Whoa, 3 wide. Bumping and banging for position off turn 4 for second. More contact between What If and Joey Stone. That allows Darren to get second place. And here comes Michael Cosi Jr. now trying to make it through wide battle for third. Oh man, and What If shuts the door on Joey Stone ever so slightly. Cuts off Joey's momentum, and now he's going to lose 4th, maybe 5th now to Cody Hicken down the back straightaway entering 3. Unbelievable racing so far in the early stages of stage 3. Alright, looks like, actually I shouldn't say things might have settled down, because here comes Darian now. Got a bit of help now from the 1 car, Brian Pasternak. Currently right now, at the moment, Joey Stone, he does have position of most laps led. However, that's probably the last thing he wants. The only thing he wants right now is just to be ahead of that 1 car. Brian is settled in 3rd, Joey in 5th. Here comes Cody Hicken out to the outside lane, trying to get around on Joey Stone. Off turn 4. Michael Marutz is starting to open up a gap between him and Darren Gilliam. And that's what we've seen a lot here at Atlanta, was whenever we see those drivers get into a battle like this. Here comes What If now. Shoves his way, forces a door underneath Darian. Look at Joey Stone. He's going to make a 3 wide. Oh, contact between championship contenders. They get through unscathed. Still 3 wide entering 3. Pasternak in the middle now. Side by side for second between the championship leaders. Incredible racing so far here in stage 3. Side by side entering 1. The advantage goes to Joey Stone. Let's see if Pasternak can get the run off turn 2. He's not going to be able to do so. And Joey clears What If for second. Right now, top 4, Michael Maroon. Second place, Joey Stone. Third is Brian Pasternak. And fourth is Darren Gilliam. But he's got a handful of the 28 car of Cody Hicken back in fifth as Cody goes way up the racetrack. Probably got a bit tight in the middle of 1 and 2 and hits the wall. That's going to allow Cosi Jr. to get by him. Alright, so now you see Michael Cosi Jr. back in the 5th spot, I should say, yes. Got by the 20 car Cody Hicken. And now we're starting to see the gap eviscerate between Michael Maroots and Joey Stone. Joey has caught back up to the back end of that 48 Ally Chevrolet. Michael Maroots going in a different lane now. Joey Stone going with the diamond sort of cut angle, going from the top back down to the bottom. Joey, great run off 2, side by side with him and Michael Maroots entering 3. Joey with the advantage. Michael Maroots looking to try to maybe pinch him down to the yellow line. Not going to be able to do so. Slides up and then slides back behind Joey Stone, who now will retake the race lead. And oh man, Darren Gilliam. Oh, bit of contact. Darren's going to shove his way, forces the 40 up the racetrack to take the 3rd spot, or 2nd spot I should say. But all that does is allow the 1 car of Brian Pasternak to get by. And now Brian Pasternak signals he's coming on to pit road as soon as he takes 2nd place away. Michael Cosi Jr. does sort of veteran move, lets off the gas as we see the 1 car of WhatiFRacing forfeits his 2nd place. Whoa! Oh, looked like for a second he might have lost it entering pit road. But he does manage to get on, as you see, also the 59 car of Rusty Walrus. He's also on pit road. And oh, actually I say that he might have lost it. No, but he's able to get in. Alright. Okay, back out front. Joey the race leader. Maroots in 2nd. Let's see if anyone else comes on pit road. The 48 car forfeits his 2nd spot to pit. That allows 2nd place Cosi Jr. And now up to 3rd is Dale Reynolds. Nice recovery for him so far in this race. Was stuck back there in the 8th, 9th, 10th spot. And now in contention for the top 5. Let's see, anyone gonna pit? No, but Dale gets a great drive down the back straightaway. Help from Darren Gilliam entering 3. And both drivers, it looks like, will pass him. Maybe not. Dale to 2nd, but we got a side-by-side for 3rd. And here comes Darren now to the inside of Dale for 2nd place. Good battles all over the racetrack, specifically here for 2nd place. Dale almost hit the wall. Darren signals he'll pit this time by. And Joey Stone, oh, I thought he might pit there. He will not. Darren pits though. So now, Cody Hicken, Michael Cosi Jr., Dale Reynolds, and Joey Stone. Those drivers have not pitted yet. However, you do have to be careful though what Joey Stone's doing. You don't want to stay out there too long, specifically at a track like Atlanta, a track that is so tough on tires. You don't want to be out there too long to put yourself in a hole once pit stop cycle through. Meanwhile, ahead you got Jake Baskinger and Rusty Walrus. They're near the back of the pack, as well as Trey Normal and DriveThrough. Meanwhile, battle for 2nd starting to heat up. Dale Reynolds, he's got a handful, an eyeful of that bright yellow Star Racing Chevrolet of Michael Cosi Jr., the 2-time winner this season. Dale Reynolds, the defending champion in this race, or in this season, I should say, 14th in the point standings. Due to him not participating in majority of the races, he's signaling to pit now. "25 laps to go as Joey Stone crossed the start-finish line here, and not only the Soundhead Entertainment 250, but also in the season. It's going to be 49 laps ago, I should say, not 26. 49. Trey Normal pits, Dale pits, Cody pits. And Joey now pits as well as the double zero car. Oh, and Joey spins! Oh my goodness, as well as double zero car, Michael Kosey Jr. Unbelievable. And I'm not sure if that might have brought a caution. That did. Oh my goodness. It looked like Joey might have blown a right rear tire entering pit road. But the caution comes out for the first time today. Wow, this changes everything. Unbelievable. This surprisingly could help out the A car, because all that does is that puts WhatiFRacing 1 lap down now. Okay. So Dale Reynolds now your race leader. Second place is Trey Normal. Green flags back in the air. This is gonna be interesting, folks. Normal with the lead entering 1. Second place is Dale Reynolds. And third is DriveThrough now. Fourth and fifth, Kosey Jr. and Michael Marutz. And remember, WhatiF has to finish 9th or better. He's currently 7th right now because he is 1 lap down. He right now has the highest spot out of lap down cars in 7th place. This is going to get interesting, folks. Single file from 1st to 3rd. Through ride battle for 6th as Dale Reynolds just smacked the wall. Here comes Joey Stone now. Gets by the 59 car, Rusty Walrus. And WhatiFRacing now forces his way underneath Michael Marutz. But remember, WhatiF is 1 lap down. Or actually, no. WhatiF is on the lead lap. He's in 3rd. Darian is 8th. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out what the scoring is right now. I believe this is for the race lead, Normal and DriveThrough. So this is for the lead. WhatiF is on the lead lap in 3rd place right now. And WhatiF gets by the 25 car, Darren Gilliam, nicely. And going for the lead, side by side with Normal for 2nd. Could we see a bit of teamwork play out here between him, WhatiFRacing, I should say, and the 76 car DriveThrough? And whoa, what a move from the top to the bottom. Goes Normal, moves the 76 car up the racetrack, but not able to get by him side by side at the line. Who's going to lead this lap? It looked like the 77 car, maybe. 3 wide entering turn 1. WhatiF on the bottom. Moves the 85 car up the track. And to the lead goes WhatiF, with DriveThrough now going to 2nd place as Normal hits the wall off too. Unbelievable turn of events here, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. Oh, and in the wall goes DriveThrough. Right in front of Joey Stone. That could have been catastrophe for not only the 77 car, but also Joey Stone if he was able to get caught up in that mess. Luckily, no caution. Top break though for DriveThrough. Was leading 1 lap, and all of a sudden, you're back in 10th. So now we got a 3-car battle for the lead. Darren is 1 lap down. Normal's in 2nd. Joey Stone now in 3rd. And WhatiF the race leader. Alright, so now what we'll Normal to remember. Normal, he's not in championship contender. Oh, it hit the wall again! After contact with the one car of What If, it looked like to me that Normal was trying to get back up top and either A, switch down back low, or maybe try and side draft him. But make contact, hits the wall, luckily doesn't lose too much ground on the race leaders. But now we've seen a battle that we have seen basically throughout the entire season. What If and Joey Stone, they have battled tough and nails, nose to tail. They have battled each other throughout the entire season, and it comes down to this for the championship. Right now, the advantage goes to WhatiFRacing. Remember, he has to finish 9th or better to clinch it, and certainly he's doing much better than 9th, currently the race leader. Nose to tail, enter in the middle of 3 and 4. It's going to be interesting to see what will Joey Stone do, because remember, I mean, Joey Stone, he has to try and at least lead the most laps. He wants to get by What If as quick as possible to just ensure that What If does not get another bonus point for most laps led. So far, WhatiFRacing has the lead. Normal, he's now starting to close in. He hit that wall a couple laps earlier, entering turn 1, is now back in the mix. Stone up top, Normal in the middle, What If down low. Joey Stone is going to enter up top, might lose some ground to the race leader if he can hold on nicely. Here comes the 85 car of Normal. All over now the back bumper. Darren Gilliam as well as in this. However, he is 1 lap down in 8th. And here comes Joey. So, whoa! Up on the outside. Very shocking move there. Stays in 2nd, but that was a very odd thing to go up to the top of the racetrack, because we've seen almost, if not all passes made at this track take place at the bottom. And now we see Joey Stone going to the bottom of the track, entering turn 3 to take the lead off of What If. And he will off turn 4, and Normal will take 2nd place away in the process. Thirty 33 laps to go here in the Soundhead Entertainment 250 at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Side by side for 2nd. Now What If gonna try to take the position away back from Normal. And it looks like he might do that, looking on board. Oh, crossover. What If looks like he might have gotten tight or make contact, but goes way up the track. Nearly hits the wall, makes contact there with Darren, and Normal gets the 2nd place back. So now for the lead. Get a looks on there. Is the 85 car Normal? Was able to get by What If, is now charging for the lead. All over Joey Stone's back bumper. Nice run off turn 4 for Joey Stone. Gets a bit of some distance between him and Normal, but not for long, as that draft just sucks Normal back into the mix for the lead. Nose to tail down the back straightaway. See if we can get some other drivers battling position. Rusty Walrus. Not sure if he's on the lead lap. We'll take a look here. And he is on the lead lap. Or no, he's not on the lead lap, I should say. But he is in position between him and Michael Marutz. That is for 9th. So it looks like to me that maybe 8th on back are a lap down. And here we go for the lead. Normal back again, all over the back bumper of Joey Stone. Again, we should put out earlier, Trey Normal, he's in the eNASCAR Pro League in terms of being able to compete in the preseason as a stepping stone into getting a shot at a ride in the official Season 2 eNASCAR Pro League roster. Right now, he is showing his muscle going up against one of the, maybe not the winningest, but one of the most consistent drivers in terms of the PS4 side of the eNASCAR Pro League back in Season 1 of Joey Stone. And we see now drivers on pit road. Michael Marutz, Rusty Walrus, 9th and 10th. Man, it's just it's funny to see whatever distance that Joey Stone gets on Raw Gator, it looks like Joey is able to get just an incredible drive off 4, because that's where we see him open up the distance between him and Raw Gator. But as soon as when they enter into turn 1 with that draft, Raw Gator is just back all over his back bumper. Up the track goes Raw Gator bit. We see that gap open up just a tad, but watch it close when they enter into 1. Okay, maybe not this time by, but we've seen Raw Gator close that gap tremendously entering 1. You see more drivers on pit road. The 00 car, Michael Kosey Jr. He's also pitting. See if we can, there we go, get our eyes back on the race leaders. Normal all over. Look like he's pushing him, maybe. Look like he was at first pushing Stone. Let's go on board with the 85 car of Normal. See what he does. You see him get that nice draft as they cross our finish line. Pushing him at first, it looked like entering 1. But he's not able to get side by side with him. Joey, he's able to hold him off. It seems like Normal, he's able to catch up to him, but he's not able to pass him. And it looks like, from our calculations, that Joey Stone has clinched the most laps here today at Atlanta. So that's another bonus point for him. Stone signaling the pit. So now Normal will inherit the race lead. And Darian also pits as Normal crosses the start finish line. 21 laps to go. So yes, Joey Stone will earn another bonus point for the most laps led in this race. However, it all depends now on positioning at the finish. He has to hope that Joey Stone has to hope that Brian Pasternak finishes 10th or worse in order for him to lock up the championship. And right now, that seems very tough, if not near impossible to do. The fact that there are only 11 drivers in, and we also need to point out that 8th on back is a lap down. So we see Normal pitting. Here you see Joey Stone, Reynolds, and Darian now off of pit road. So now let's see, where will What If be? Here you see What If. There he is, down the back straightaway. And just ahead of him is the 8 car. So right now, Trey Normal. He is the race leader. Let's see if he can hold it, though. There he is, and wow, he's able to stay out. So a really good stop for Trey Normal to be able to pit and still hold the lead ahead of Joey Stone. So now Stone's in second. Third is What If. And then you got this clunk of cars here. Michael Maroots, Rusty Walrus, Dale Reynolds, and Darren Gilliam. Not sure if all of them, pretty sure not all of them are on the lead lap. Right now, Dale, he's on the lead lap in fourth, while Rusty, Michael, and Darren, they are one lap down. So Maroots is in eighth, Darren in ninth, and Rusty in 10th. We saw Rusty go through the grass there, doing a bit of landscaping on the front stretch. And oh, Darian forces his way underneath the 48 car. Wow. Well, the 48 did put a big block on Darren entering 3, and Darren was not having any of it. Forces Michael up the track, and Darren will take the 8th spot away now. So it looks like maybe things have dialed down there between the battle for 8th. See, check out back up front. Joey Stone now. He has gotten by the 85 car of Normal for the lead. The best thing that Joey can do right now is just focus on winning this race and hope for the best. But he's going to need something incredible to happen for him to have any shot at the championship. Normal looked like he was pushing Joey at first. You see a car up ahead. That is Michael Cosi Jr. Normal goes maybe for the top lane, does not, settles back in behind Stone on the inside. Now gets a good look how close he is to that back bumper of the Kalahari Resort Chevrolet. And apparently someone says in the comments, Cito Brown, that Michael Maroots is pissed. I don't blame him. That was a very slash aggressive slash kind of dirty move from Darian, but I mean, we have seen Darian pull out some very aggressive, very bold moves throughout the entire season, so not that much of a shock to see Darian do something like that. Normal gets a nice run, gonna push the 8 car of Stone, doesn't bother to make a move on him. When they cross the start-finish line, it will be about, I want to say, maybe 18 or 16 to go. Oh, 13 to go. Wow, okay, I was way off. 13 laps to go here in the Core League Season 2. The battle for the championship is starting to wind down. Brian Pasternak, he is perfect where he is right now. There you see him just entering the picture in 3rd place. Joey Stone competing in his final Core League start as a driver. Trying to maybe not go out on top, but go out with a win as he blocks the 85 car Normal hard entering 1. That was a big block from Joey. And it looked, wow, I'm kind of surprised to see Normal not pull a move. He's just staying in line with Joey. Maybe he's trying to find the right run to be able to get side by side with him. Maybe. Here he comes up top now. But we know the inside lane is a preferred line. It's very rare you see drivers make a pass and complete it on the outside lane at Atlanta. Oh, hoo, hoo. Joey goes a bit higher up the racetrack. Here comes Normal. Nothing there. At the line, 10 laps to go here at Atlanta. Can Joey Stone hold off a hard-charging Normal for just 10 more laps? Here they come off turn 4. And they cross the line. It'll be 9 laps to go. Here comes Normal. At the stripe, 9 to go. Normal, he is just all over. Maybe he's trying to force the A car into a mistake, maybe. But I'm not sure why Normal has not made a pass. We've seen him be able to get opportunities, but he's just sitting in line. Like right now, he's able to make a pass, or at least have the opportunity to try and pass. But he's, no, just staying in line with Joey. Eight to go this time by. We have reached 50 viewers on here, and thank you to everyone that is tuning in right now to the On MDK's coverage of the Soundhead Entertainment 250, as we're seeing an incredible battle for the race lead. We saw Normal make a peek underneath the inside of Joey Stone, but does nothing with it, stays in line. And you're right, Cito Brown. Brian Pasternak is in the best spot right now. 7 to go. Down the back straightaway. Stone puts a mini block on Normal, trying to keep him at bay. We are seeing potentially 2 future championship contenders in the eNASCAR Heat Pro League. We saw how good Joey Stone was. Again, not race winning driver, but very consistent in the top 5 throughout the entire season of season 1 of the eNASCAR Heat Pro League. Trey Normal, a rising star in the esports scene on console gaming. 5 to go. Excuse me, 6 to go, I should say, this time by. Or 5.5 to go, entering 3. Off turn 4, this time by. 5 laps remaining here at Atlanta. What will Normal do? Here he comes to the inside for the race lead. Stone up top, Normal down low, side by side. Man, very close to contact there. They stay even though at the line. Stone leads out at the stripe, 4 to go. And Stone will clear Normal entering 1. Man, what incredible but very clean racing between these 2 drivers. Oh, and Stone looking, he might have hit the wall off too. Gonna try and protect that inside lane. He knows that's the preferred lane. He knows Normal wants that inside lane. And he's gonna do everything in his power to keep him from getting that. Maroon's on pit road. Looked like he might have not got enough fuel in the car or some other form of incident. 3 to go. Stone with the lead. Normal adding pressure. What's going to happen here down the back straightaway? 2.5 laps to go here at Atlanta. Stone to block. Here comes Normal up top. Side by side. Normal trying to hang in tight on that right rear corner panel. Off turn 4. Stone clears him. Will Normal get a run? Here we go. 2 laps to go here at Atlanta. Oh, Joey Stone. Oh, he might have got a bit of contact. Here comes Normal to the inside. Side by side for the race lead. Stone up top. Normal down low. Who is going to get the advantage? Normal clears Stone. In the middle of 3 and 4. Will Stone try and perform a crossover move? He tried to, but clipped the apron in doing so. Here we come at the stripe. White flag in the air. 1 lap to go here at Atlanta. Who is going to win this race? Normal with the lead entering 1. Down the back straightaway for the final time they go. Normal hugging that inside lane. Here comes Stone. Can he perform a last chance effort entering 3 and 4? Here he comes. Try to do so. Not going to work. What a drive from Trey Normal off turn 4. He wins the season finale and wins the Soundhead Entertainment 250 at Atlanta. And off turn 4 at the stripe, your season 2 champion of the Core League with that 3rd place finish will go to Brian Pasternak. What an incredible race that was. And with that 3rd place run, Brian Pasternak is a Season 2 champion of the Creators Online Racing Association here at Atlanta. Wow. Unbelievable race that was. And WhatiFRacing's victory, as well as Trey Normal's victory, and both as Normal wins the race, and WhatiFRacing's championship run was all fueled by Unloaded Cube 88. Unbelievable drive that was. Well, looks like that's all, folks, for not only the race, but also for Season 2 of the Core League. What an incredible race that was here, ladies and gentlemen. Unbelievable race that was to watch, specifically that end there with Joey Stone and Trey Normal. Congratulations to WhatiFRacing. Redemption lost a championship 1 year ago based on a tie, and he now gets the job done, beating out Joey Stone by around 11 or 12 points. We don't have the exact calculation, but we'll let you know when we get them. Probably going to be at this broadcast. But what an incredible way to end out this race. Congratulations to Trey Normal, your winner of the Soundhead Entertainment 250 here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. That's his first Core League victory of the season. And wow. Well, that is going to conclude not only the race, but as well as the season. There were a few bumps on the road, like for example last weekend at Dover, we had some technical issues. We do apologize for that. However, we hope that me and Cody Workman made the Core League racing more entertaining than the last. And hopefully, we don't know what's going to be in store for Season 3, but hopefully it's going to be the best one yet. From everyone that gave me the opportunity, the admins, DriveThrough, Caleb Hoffman, Joey Stone, Soundhead, everyone that gave me the opportunity to broadcast the season. And thank you to the people that allowed me, or to basically accept me into letting me tell the story and letting me and Workman tell the story of the Season 2 Core League championship run. Again, congratulations to Trey Normal on the race win, and congratulations to Brian Pasternak on the championship. From all of us on Core League, I'm Jack Ross from Core on MDK. Thank you so much for watching this episode of the Core League Season 2. Your champion of the series is Brian Pasternak. We'll see you next time in Daytona.